The crowd is assembled at BMO Harris Bradley Center looking for a Bucks victory here in Milwaukee. And we've got it right here for you on 2K Sports. The sports fans are all nestled beside the 2K Sports broadcast as we bring you visions of NBA action this fine Christmas Eve. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, John Henson. This will be their second game without him.
Well, Kevin, no question it's a risky deal to make because you can sometimes sour your fans when you do that. I mean, trading one of the most popular players on the team is always high risk, no matter what you get in return.
Yeah, but it's a trade that I'm sure a lot of fans will second guess. Clearly a bold move, but as a GM, these are the things that are supposed to happen. You're going to bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. You have to focus on the big picture and what's going to be best for your organization moving forward.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Raptors 5 right now. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Maverick in at the 3. DeRozan's shot is good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here's Oladipo. 9-point game his last outing, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And Toronto has possession. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? No doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
Really impressive, partner, because they simply put it on cruise control.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. DeRozan passes to Maverick. The 17-footer. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Carter Williams kicks to Ingles. Here's Parker. Milwaukee, no good that time either. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Valanciunas with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. Now the Bucks moving it up. Finish off the break.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Lowry. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. He kicks to Valanciunas. DeRozan on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ostrovsky. Again, Toronto.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Oladipo. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now here is Lowry. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. And Valanciunas kicks to Patterson. Knocks down the 3 ball.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
DeRozan in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. DeRozan's got his second basket.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Oladipo outside. Back to Carter Williams. Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams. And Parker, here we go. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Parker's got 6 points.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Valanciunas, good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Oladipo. No good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Toronto.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better make some noise for your energy.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Bucks rank in the league stats. First and second, fifth in rebounding. And they're in the top third in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And going back to their offensive rebounding, and that #1 ranking in second chance buckets, I think it speaks to their tenacity and physicality. They go at you. No question about that.
Inside from 12 feet out. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And it's 8 points for Freak.
Good ball move. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And that one's good.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option #1 for them right now. Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Here's McDaniels. Drills it from outside. McDaniels got 5.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
The shot by Carroll, no good. Milwaukee in the lead. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Plumlee dishes to McDaniels. Stokes the pass to Temple. Down low, here's Plumlee, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them.
Oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. You go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, goodness.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Bucks lead by 1, and will return shortly. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Milwaukee.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Ostrovsky in at the 3. Corey Joseph is out there with Powell. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Daniels in at the power forward. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies came
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Season's greetings. Happy holidays. Welcome, thank you for joining us. It's a very special Christmas edition. Ernie Johnson of 2K Sports here with the always jolly Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith,
Merry
who's
Christmas
also
to you, man.
relatively jolly. Yeah,
Do you have my gift?
Maybe I do have. Did I get the gift that you sent me, or do I have a gift for you?
Either or.
No, neither.
Well, I'll get you 2 of those.
We have a song for you, Ernie.
What's that?
Hit the beat, Kenny. Ho, ho, ho. Open up your door. It's Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. That's it.
Tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, from
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Toronto Raptors today. After this game, the Bucks head back out on the road. And of course, John Henson, this will be their second game without him.
Kevin, I've got to admit, I was caught off guard by this trade. I mean, he played such a big part for them. He was the last guy I expected them to move.
Yeah, but if you're going to make a move, this is when you want to do it, when a guy has basically lifted his ceiling. And so now it creates some other opportunities for some of your younger players. We'll just have to see how that transition plays out and how those new pieces fit.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Maverick in at the 3 spot. And the Raptors with the ball. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. And he gets the bucket. Valanciunas has got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Raptors. Carter Williams kicks to Oladipo. Puts it up from 17. Jump shot is good that time.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Lowry passes to Maverick. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Lays it up and banks it in. Maverick's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Oladipo dishes to Monroe. The kick out to Oladipo for 3. No good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Monroe.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Right wing. Back to Lowry. That's tipped. Carter Williams with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Now, here's Parker. From about 19 feet, and he gets it to go. Parker's got his first bucket in this one.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Parker with the steal. Now here's Carter Williams. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Parker kicks to Monroe. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's Ostrovsky. And again, no good by Toronto. The Bucks trail. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, Jason Kidd gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
All right, Doris.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Parker outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Lowry drives in, and that one's good.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
And now your Milwaukee Bucks answer.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. Second.
One of the things that's made this team so effective is their ability to get takeaways. I mean, they do an excellent job defending the ball and also jumping into the passing lanes, and they're all together defensively. That's one of the reasons they're amongst the league leaders in steals.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Plumlee, he's checked in for Monroe. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Parker. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Damian Inglis. And Garrett Temple, subbed in for Oladipo. Now, here's Joseph. Here's Ostrovsky. Plumlee with the rebound.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Plumlee with the screen. Here's Carter Williams. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Out to the wing. Kicks to McDaniels. He tries for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Last time they met was in Toronto.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And there's the pass to Temple. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Maverick. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis. With 1 on the clock and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Raptors lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
It's all about...
It's a big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Parker. McDaniels, he's checked in for Damian Inglis. And it's Carter Williams in for Oladipo. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Ostrovsky, he's in at 3. Corey Joseph is out there with Lowry. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Carroll in at the 4 slot. Carter Williams against Lowry. Carter Williams, the pass to McDaniels. Kept alive. Monroe. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
And the Raptors making a change here. Powell's checked in.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Carter Williams dishes to Stokes. Bucks passing it around. 4 on the clock. And again, the Bucks miss. Toronto leading by 9. Here's Biyombo. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Raptors, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course, Milwaukee just way behind.
And I think for the Bucks, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies came through when they needed him to. He picked up 16 points and he made them pay for their fouls, putting up a good amount of his totals from the line. His output helped his team stay hot as they have been playing some great team ball of late.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Pass to McDaniels. Launches a 3, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. McDaniels got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. They set the pick. Stolen. Here's Temple. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And here is Carter Williams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Biyombo. That's good. Biyombo's got 6 points in the quarter.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Toronto ahead, up 10. And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He's got 14 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
Jabari Parker is out there with Monroe. Then there's Oladipo. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Inglis in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Carter Williams kicks to Inglis. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Screen by Monroe. Carter Williams, the pass to Monroe. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Oh, nice, strong drive there. If that's who's going to be guarding him, then he's got some weight to throw around.
DeRozan passes to Maverick, and the basket good. Mavericks got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Parker kicks to Inglis. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Inglis has got 6 points.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Lowry passes to Maverick. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
And the Bucks making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. That's good from Maverick. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better get some noise for your energy.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Parker. He's putting up 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
Here's Oladipo. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The 10-footer. The shot misses. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's Maverick. He's guarded by Plumlee. And he gets it to go. And 12 points for Freak.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Carter Williams dishes to Parker. Parker with another miss.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And that one's good. 14 points for Freak.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Lowry passes to Maverick. Plumlee with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Oladipo, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Passes it to Maverick. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Mavericks got 14 points here in the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Pass to Inglis from deep, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
And now, your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. Number 1.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Victor Oladipo. And then for Toronto, Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Damari Carroll comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Here's Inglis. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors leading by 15. Here's Ostrovsky. Rebounded by Temple.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Carter Williams dishes to Temple. From past the arc, Carter Williams with the bucket. Carter Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
And no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
DeRozan passes to Maverick. Good. Mavericks got 18 points just in the second half.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Plumlee with the screen. Carter Williams kicks to Plumlee. And stolen by Biyombo. Now Joseph. The pass to Maverick. Doubled by Plumlee. Down low. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
A different look for Milwaukee. Monroe's checking. Milwaukee also making some changes. Jabari Parker's checked in for Jarnell Stokes. Damian Inglis comes in for KJ McDaniels. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Carter Williams. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Maverick in at the small forward.
You're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Monroe. He has 14 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
That one is no good. Raptors leading by 14. It's DeRozan with the drive. Here's Ostrovsky and the rejection by Monroe. Oladipo outside. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. The Bucks making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Temple dishes to Oladipo. No good from 18.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Patterson passes to Maverick. There's the pick. Lowry has the open look. And the Raptors miss again.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Plumlee with the screen. And again, the Bucks miss. Raptors leading by 14.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Lowry passes to Maverick. Off target at the rim.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And Temple kicks to Parker. Rebounded by Maverick. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
Let's get the ball inside.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Feeds it to Valanciunas. From beyond the arc. And again, no good by Toronto.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Plumlee with the screen. Oladipo. Go.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over.
Raptors
and
leading
make
by
your
12.
presence felt. You got it.
Here's Ostrovsky. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Oladipo for 3. Again, Oladipo missing. Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Toronto.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks trail by 13. Oladipo outside. Right wing. Plumlee dishes to Carter-Williams. Plumlee with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Carter-Williams against Lowry. There's the dish to Oladipo. Pass to Inglis. Carter-Williams against Lowry. Again, Carter-Williams missing.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Let's get the ball inside.
Outside Lowry.
Move the ball. Stick it flat.
He feeds it to Valanciunas. Plumlee with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Plumlee with the screen. Carter-Williams kicks to Oladipo. Looking to end his cold spell. Carter-Williams can't get it to go.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously not what they need right now. He's got to score.
Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. He dishes it to Valanciunas. The drive by Lowry. Good.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right. And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
You see the contributions from role players on the team, and what a game it was for Maverick. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Oladipo, the pass to Parker. Hands the 12-footer. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
DeRozan passes to Maverick. Here's Lowry, and he banks in the layup. And the Raptors lead by 15.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire...
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And